There we go, Balls Pleasure. We are getting started. First game of today. Nitrino Madball map 1, which is Madball's pick. And let's get started. We are on Madball's point of view.
Let's go.
Getting the spawn at the shotgun there. Going straight away for the Mega and then the yellow. Interesting enough, not dropping down on the LG at the Mega. A lot of people like to do that, but Madball is kind of doing the zigzag in order to secure that yellow for himself as well.
Yeah, nice opening stack here as well. 200, 100. Not bad at all.
Yeah, and now he's getting the railgun as well, so he's got everything, and he's in position for this red. Just spamming that pillar there in case Nitrino would take a little bit of splash damage. But
very clean pickup. He's avoiding all of Nitrino's rocket spam at the moment, and actually nice little push through the teleporter.
That's a very risky move there. Could go wrong,
might
but
pay off here.
not today.
Wow, sick rail. Very difficult shot that through the gap there, and Nitrino, Madball, sorry, taking the lead here. And again up the jump pad. This is not looking good for Nitrino.
Look at that.
Taking a lot of damage.
Madball is not going for the red armor yet. He's just going for Nitrino. And this might be a frag. Yet another frag, and that's exactly it. Finally getting this red armor as well. Very nice move for Madball.
Madball might be able to find Nitrino back here at the yellow armor. Actually, no, Nitrino's at the top green right now. He's not going to challenge for this yellow, and Madball might get another frag. Good plasma damage from Nitrino, though. Wow. That's a hell of a lot of
that rail as well.
rail.
6 health on Madball. Nitrino doing some amazing job with that plasma rail. And this
It was
could
all
be
about
another.
that plasma, though. That was so much damage. But look at Madball here was flying with the rocket.
It's a mutual.
Frag. Nitrino actually gets the red spawn.
Yeah, we're on Nitrino's point of view. He's got those rockets, he's got those rails. And beautiful rocket there, popping Madball away from him, but not able to get the frag there, not able to deal extra damage. And we do have a tight game with that rail.
Yeah, wow, explosive start here. That was pretty much one of the most intense 2 minutes of Cure ever. Back and forth, and already a tight game, and looks like Nitrino already looking to defend this red armor here. Madball pushing in through. Nice rockets from him.
Man.
Can he get the frag?
Nitrino's a bit crippled.
Still alive.
There we go.
A little bit of an awkward fight there, but it is Madball once again taking the lead.
Let's see.
And
Nitrino playing a bit defensive here. Madball having some lags apparently. Let's hope that's not going to be a problem. And
Madball does have this Mega behind him, so he's going to look for a fight right now. This is good timing from him.
I like that
Actually,
drop. That was very nice.
Yeah, very clean.
He was expecting Nitrino to be there, and he was able to kind of catch Nitrino
Oh my
off
god,
guard.
look at that. Direct rocket on the yellow as well, and that's going to really set Nitrino back. He did get that 50 health bubble though, so Nitrino, recovering a little bit, but yeah, Madball's on 200 right now. Picking up this raid here.
Madball listening for their sound. And exactly where Nitrino is. The timing of the timeout is just amazing.
Nitrino complaining about his ping. It hasn't spiked too much, maybe
it
10
was
milliseconds or so.
a bit worse there. I don't know.
Yeah, it is an interesting pause. Madball's literally staring at
I
the
wonder if
green out of the
Nitrino
teleporter.
saw Madball go through, because this is a perfect pause here. Excellent.
And Nitrino's pretty much going to have to accept his death here. It's a 200 Madball. What's Nitrino on?
3, 2,
Can't see his stack, but
Yeah, we
Here we
can
go.
switch right now. And Nitrino able to react. Surprise, surprise.
Madball actually didn't fire any rockets there, perhaps letting Nitrino get away.
Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe, good
I mean,
sportsmanship.
he has all the right to do that,
Yeah.
but doesn't matter.
And Madball's just going to let Nitrino get away there. He wants to stack up, make sure he's on 200 before possibly cutting Nitrino off over in the yellow room. Doesn't find him though. Nitrino's just camping at the bottom teleporter right now, trying to scrounge for items. Nitrino's not looking too bad. He's on 100, and there's opening rockets from him. Nice damage. And he's just going to break away again.
Madball not too bad with these rockets there. Just making sure that Nitrino has to pay a little bit for those peaks, for that damage. And
There
he's still
is going to
cycling
be
the items.
a little bit of a rush to Mega here, and again Nitrino camping there by the teleporter. Nice rocket damage.
Oh,
And
now
Madball
it's a
misses
bad
the opening
position.
rail. He's taken a lot of damage already from that LG. Find another snap rail, no. Good damage from Nitrino though. He's
Yeah,
actually
that
got
was a very good
slight
move.
stack lead right now.
If you can catch your opponent on the Mega
Very
platform
slight.
with the LG, it's so much free damage there.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
It's just within LG range. I don't know if that's deliberately designed that way.
Yeah, I think it is. And Madball going for a swim,
Oh
taking 2 rails, and now he's in trouble. Is he gonna go for the mega health? Just waiting on the teleporter exit.
That's gonna be way too risky right now. Nitrino's surely still down there somewhere.
Yeah, he's just watching instead, recovering himself a little bit. And there we go, he sees Madball go for it. And wasting enough time to get that red armor. So it's pretty positive for him.
Yeah, and actually Nitrino's really turned this stack advantage in his favor now. He's on 200, Madball on 100, 150 right now. That should have been an easy rail for Madball.
Yeah, that should have been.
Nitrino was
missing the shot, but now the players are going to be fighting for the red armor. And Madball doing some very good job with that LG.
Wow.
Should be a frag for Madball, but Nitrino is stacked. That is crazy.
14 health. He's got that 50 as well. Nice escape there.
Nice little rocket there. No rail
Good trade.
connections.
One more rail's gonna kill Nitrino, but it's actually him that gets the frag. I think he landed 3 rails there for 1, something like that. Very nice. Nitrino actually on 64% rail right now.
And he's left quite low after that fight. Plasma was surprisingly effective there. It's not the first time Madball's got good plasma in this game.
Yeah, actually both players have had decent plasma this game. Early on we saw Nitrino do a ton of damage with plasma, and this is a bit of an awkward fight here at the 50 health bubble, and Nitrino's going to get the frag and tie things up. Very nice comeback from him, actually dealing a little bit of damage there over at the rocket launcher. There's going to be Madball stealing away that red though. As Nitrino just wants to make sure Madball's not able to pick up this railgun, and trying to deny the weapon for as long as possible there until he feels it's safe to go over and get the yellow. Very nice play here from Nitrino.
Oh, that is not a good position to get stuck at. I'm not sure if Nitrino's actually going to challenge for this red. This is a very risky move.
Yeah, nice read by Madball there on the double back.
Oh, look at that. Nitrino able to evade.
Taking a lot of damage.
It was just the one rail that could have been a frag, so that's why it was such a risky move.
Nitrino's actually railable right now. He needs to be very careful with the peak.
And
he did pick up that 50, but he's still railable. And Madball knows that he's just going to push in with the LG.
Yeah, why bother with the rails? Madball is not landing too many of them.
And this could be a huge advantage for Madball right now. He's got this red spawning soon. Just needs to avoid Nitrino's rails, and yeah, he gets away cleanly. Very nice moves from Madball, and Nitrino's actually just going to go and take that yellow anyway. He's got to be careful right now. Madball is stacked. Going to look to do a lot of damage here. Nitrino looking for those rails, but hasn't landed anything. Oh my god, so much LG damage.
There we go. Nice chase there by Madball, extending his lead even more. But it's only 2 frags, so it's not secure by any means. But if he keeps landing those rails...
Secure, but, oh, look at those rails now. All of a sudden, Madball's rails just starting to hit.
Finally. I mean, he's missed so many crucial rails, so...
Yeah.
I think it's just right that he starts landing some of them now.
Yeah, maybe his rail wasn't just warmed up just yet. Definitely hitting now, though. Nitrino looks to escape there with what looked like an optimistic rocket, and he doesn't have an LG, so Madball using that mid-range well does let Nitrino get away, but Nitrino's only on 39 health, 32 armor. He's got the 50 health bubble, but Madball could really
look
go
at
for
that.
an attack right now.
I really like that from Madball with those nades and the rockets.
Yeah, very nice play from Madball. It looked a little bit scary then. Nitrino had a nice little moment of control, but Madball held it together, and looks like our server just dropped.
Yeah, they are gonna go on DE. That was Nitrino's server, and he was not happy with that ping.
Yeah. So. Well, actually, I think Madball has an even better ping to DE, but nonetheless, we will switch servers, guys. Our next map is going to be Silence, which is Nitrino's map pick. Of course, that was Madball's. So,
yeah, 1-0, so all good, all good. Let's see. Let's update the overlays for that as well. I mean, Nitrino not doing too bad there. It was a close game overall. It just started going worse in the end. I don't know if it was just Nitrino trying more risky stuff in general, or Madball just solidifying the control.
You know, considering the start, Nitrino actually did really well. He was hitting his rails, 64% rail at one stage, but yeah, Madball just some really nice attacks.
We saw that nice quick comeback from Nitrino early on in the game.
Exactly.
When he pulled off 3 frags in like 40 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, that was really nice. I was pretty scared. But Madball held it together and just regained control. And yeah, I think it's just a bit too much for Nitrino in the end. He was complaining a little bit about the ping. You know, we did have that timeout. Maybe that kind of threw his game a little bit. But
I don't know. I'd say in that moment it should have been a worse timeout for Madball. But I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's the one who called it.
Drake cheering the cure map choice there.
What a surprise.
I'm surprised Drake wasn't playing this season. Cure in the map pool once again.
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's not too comfortable with the other maps. That could be it.
Cool. So there is another server up.
Excellent.
I think the password might be the same. I'm just going to try the same password.
Yeah, let's try it.
Yep, same password.
Excellent. Let's get into it. Second map of this best of 5.
Krusty Pig, welcome, man. You just missed the first map, which was Madball's pick. It was Cure, and he did win that in the end.
That was a nice game.
Yeah. And already, just judging by the first game, you can see how very evenly matched these guys are. I mean, you know, even in the first 5 or 6 minutes, it was just back and forth, the control, the damage. Very, very even. Which is what I like to see.
And Silence, I'm not sure. How much have we seen both of these players here? I think we've seen
I've seen
quite
a
a
fair
few
bit
games.
of Nitrino. He's played it here. Of course, you know, he's known to have sparred quite a bit with Evil. Who better to practice Silence with than Evil, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm pretty sure Matt is familiar with the map.
And Nitrino also plays a ton with base, and base was able to pull off an incredible game against Evil here. So maybe some of the magic has stuck to Nitrino.
He must use the old balcon.
Okay.
Already players
Map
running
2
into
started.
each other. Madball actually doesn't have a weapon right now, and Nitrino opportunity missed there. Didn't land any rocket damage, and pretty much ran straight into Madball. Madball does have that rail though, and already putting it to good use. As he's able to find a shot. No damage yet from Nitrino. That's 2 rails now for Madball. Looking for a third here. These vertical rails are difficult. Nice little defensive spam there.
I like this sneaky spot from Nitrino. Looks like it's not giving him much of free damage, but Madball is missing those shots.
Oh, wow.
And what a nice
Look at that
rocket there.
Yeah.
Not an optimal spawn for Madball, but Nitrino not going for the direct chase is not the safest thing to do. And he's letting Madball get that Mega, which is already gone. Should be a frag for Nitrino. Good armor for Nitrino. He's got plenty of stacks to work with, and even taking those greens, which is really huge against the out-of-control player when they're not getting anything.
Second frag for Nitrino over at the balcon, and yeah, he's actually looking really solid right now. Establishing a nice rotation, dealing a lot of damage here, finding Madball with his back turned again.
One good rocket, and oh no,
yeah,
just next to the 50 bubble. That is unfortunate.
Going from bad to worse for him, yeah. Nitrino again finds Madball at the spawn. Madball looking to get himself onto that Mega, hopefully, well, wishing it would save his life, but Nitrino made quick work of him there, and that's 3 to -1 already in under 2 minutes right now, and we can see why this is Nitrino's map pick.
Yeah.
Ouch.
He's playing so confident here.
Oh, look at that. Even guessing the spawns, Nitrino, yeah, he definitely
83
knows this
rail.
map.
83. 85 now. Oh my.
I like that last rail there. Catching Madball at the jump pad. Nitrino is looking very, very dangerous right now. Yellow is up on the spot. Nitrino is going to go in to do some damage. No, he's just missed out on the yellow, but he does find Madball.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about the yellow? The damage is the important part here.
Madball didn't even do much there with the rocket. Oh my god, Nitrino's just not stopping right now. Madball really needs to stabilize right now, because this game...
He's having a hard time doing anything, that's a problem.
Yeah, if it continues this way, it could be, you know, 10, 20, -1.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's just gonna keep
almost
going.
already 10 -1. Not even 3 minutes in this game. Oh wow. I think, you know, 4 or 5 more frags and Madball's just gonna call it.
Yeah.
Unless he really just stops getting fragged in like the next, you know, minute or two.
Well, he keeps taking these rails. He got the Mega,
this should be another
and he
frag.
landed one rail, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to really affect the momentum too much, especially since there was that red armor.
Ooh.
Nice rocket there by Madball.
That was a good rocket.
That,
Maybe the
that might be the start. Yeah. Yeah, Madball needs
He
to
missed the
develop.
follow-up rail, and Nitrino's just keeping up with the damage right now. 69% rail on Nitrino. Really solid stuff. Yeah, I think he just spotted a glimpse of Madball there.
Madball
It's
is
going to be
finally
red
landing
up
some
next.
rails.
Madball looking to spam that. Ooh. He's taking a lot of damage here, and he actually is able to get a frag. Get himself off the negatives there. Nicely done by Madball.
This Mega is just perfect for him. He might be able to keep going now after getting it. Waiting for the yellow to spawn. It's gonna take a few seconds. And Nitrino is gonna be happy with the space he's been given. There we go, Madball.
Yeah, nice.
Getting some frags. Finally on the scoreboard as well. Not just out of the negatives.
Nitrino right now, yeah, he doesn't have any armor to play with Nitrino. He's looking for this yellow. He just heard the teleporter. And he is going to be able to get away with that yellow. And I think Madball just saw him up there.
Yeah, he's going for those rails. 2 rails for Madball.
This is what Madball needs. He needs his aim to be turned on right now.
He did not want to drop there.
Ooh, Nitrino could be going down, but nice little rocket at the end there from Nitrino.
2 rockets.
Yeah. And still Nitrino's landing those rails. It's kind of, you know, keeping Madball at bay for now. He's not quite converting at the same rate Nitrino was early on, but, you know, as long as he keeps this, he's got plenty of time to make a comeback here. Madball, that is.
Yeah, what Nitrino is doing is just as much damage as possible there on the Mega. And look at him. He's got Madball rail.
Madball's on 9 health right now. Nitrino could finish this,
Oh, wow.
and he is going to rail him.
That is the thing. It's quite common in Silence.
Madball.
That's a way to turn around the game. Just force one really good fight where you do so much damage that they just can't make it out alive anymore. Which is sounds kind of dumb, but because it sounds pretty obvious.
These rails from Nitrino, though. Look at that. He did take 2 from Madball, but he's gonna have this red and the 50 health bubble. Maybe even enough time to get himself over to the Mega. Nice little trap here from Madball. Nitrino very slow to switch weapon there. Might cost him. Ah, but that rail, that's gonna put things back into favor. Another rail and another.
Holy crap.
3 rails in a row and close range ones too. Nitrino. Jeez. Oh no, this is bad. Madball jumping straight into Nitrino's LG. Easy frag for him there.
Yeah, and we could see Madball in the control for a while. He got 3 frags in total. And Nitrino's already made more than that 3 frags in a short while. Madball getting the return one.
Madball, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's not really gonna affect Nitrino as long as he, you know, he can leak a frag or 2 here and there. As long as he recovers quickly. I mean, he's already on top of that railgun. He's already got a rocket launcher. A nice little recovery here from Nitrino. Got some armor too. He's definitely not making Madball's life easy right now. When you're hitting rails like that.
Yeah, those ones that you just absolutely cannot return. Nice rocket damage from Nitrino. Landing yet another rail and getting the frag. And that is the GG. That was a quick call.
I don't blame Madball there. Direct rocket, rail, rail, rail.
Holy crap.
Hey, look, bases in the map as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. So it looks like it's 1 apiece. And our next map is going to be T7, which, again, I'd say pretty close between them.
I don't know who's favor.
I think it was Madball's pick, to be honest. So,
yeah,
let's see if Madball can win this. But I do know that both players are pretty good here.
Yeah, didn't Nitrino beat Cypher there in the group stages?
I think he did, yes.
Yeah, Cypher wasn't playing his full game.
Yeah.
Or, well, wasn't quite in form that day. Which kinda explains, but still, that's not an easy task. And we are getting started in the 3rd map here.
3, 2, 1.
We're on, let's switch to Nitrino's point of view for once in the beginning, as he spawns in the rail room. Going for the 1 yellow, going for the red, and Madball dropping down. Not sure if that's the right call. Nitrino does not have anything else than this railgun, but at least he's landed some shots, and he hasn't really taken any damage himself. So that was a very good encounter for Nitrino.
I think my Quake might have been frozen.
Well, you better fix it.
Sigh. Come on, Quake.
Just
His
waiting.
connection interrupted.
Oh, there we go. Nitrino able to catch Madball in the red arm room. Can he get the first frag? That's gonna be no, as Madball doing good job with those rockets on the choke point, making sure Nitrino can't push through, and Madball's the one getting the mega health as well. So, I guess his plan kind of worked. He did take some damage. Madball surprising Nitrino there with that LG. Very nice unreturned damage, but Nitrino going for those rails. This is once again good position for Nitrino, and he's not gonna feel too bad after giving away that red army, considering he dealt both a lot of damage. And he should be ready for this mega as well if he has the timing. Don't think he's gonna let Madball get in. Or he is gonna let him get the item. But he does not want to let Madball get away, as he does get the first strike with those rails. Should be another one. Well done there by Nitrino. I don't know why Madball rushed into the red arm room, but was not a good plan in hindsight. We do have both major items spawning close at each other, so Nitrino wants to see where Madball is, and this is perfect. Was able to fight him, now he's just chasing for the frag. And
yeah, perfect rockets too there from Nitrino.
This is the best chance for Nitrino to get both items, but he was not able to secure the mega.
I am glad to say I'm back in the server. I don't know what my Quake was doing there. And yeah, looks like things are going well for Nitrino right now.
Definitely.
3 early frags for him.
Just waiting in this red area. He doesn't really need that red. And Madball dropping down. Nitrino able to deny the item, getting himself back to the 200 armor. And let's see if he can finish off the frag.
Madball's so low, and look at that rail from Nitrino. He's not going to miss there.
Oh, yeah, Nitrino has no idea of the mega timing. He just ran over the item. Literally as it spawned. But
there we go.
It's all good now. It's all good.
Yeah, good thing he doubled back and he got himself to 200, but nice defensive rail there from Madball. It's going to slow Nitrino down enough to hopefully get him that red though, but Madball hasn't backed off onto it just yet. He knows it's up and looking to avoid Nitrino's rail right here. Nitrino's just going to push in with rockets. Nice damage there from Madball actually. Nitrino was 200 going into that fight. He's on 62 health and railable.
And there we go.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Let's see, Madball, can he get the conversion frag? He went for the rail, did not went for the second one.
I think Madball just saw Nitrino there. Yeah, he knows he's there looking for a little rail shot. Oh my god. I think all I could see was Nitrino's head there.
Well, that's good enough for Madball.
Ooh, that
very nice rocket.
Yeah, Madball's got enough time to recover here. He's going to be able to get the mega, he's going to be able to get the yellow, and hopefully head back into red room right now. I think he saw Nitrino down there. Nice opening rail. This should hopefully secure him this red. Oh, wow.
So Madball looking to tie up the game. Only one frag behind.
Again, a very quick comeback from Madball. This is kind of exactly what we saw in Cure. You know, good start from one player, the other player just making a really quick comeback, and then the other player kind of went ahead towards the end, but we'll see what happens in this game. Right now, Madball really stringing these frags together. He's a little bit of, I want to say him this time. Would have hoped he would have gone for the mega before the red, as it was spawning about 5 seconds between them. Might have had enough time to get both, but he did just miss out on that red and this yellow here. Madball is kind of looking around, being like, what just happened? I think
yeah, Nitrino's got to be happy with all the stack he's been given.
Yeah.
And it should be a fairly even fight, but Madball landing the first rail. Just
Nitrino backing off into red room. Wasn't even looking up there at Madball. Madball could take his time with that shot. Made sure he landed. And Nitrino did just get this red, but he wants to avoid damage here.
Not gonna happen.
He does take a rail.
And Madball getting himself forward 200. Nitrino was not able to land anything in that red armor fight.
Nice from Madball. He knew Nitrino was going to go back up to center map there. Looking to cut him off, but luckily Nitrino dropped. And Madball's just going to drop in after, and Nitrino needs to be careful here. He can't challenge for this red. He's going to miss out on it. He just wants to avoid a rail right now. Nice. Nice little jump there from Nitrino.
Let's see, Mega's gonna be spawning soon, and Nitrino already in a good position. Madball trying to find those small angles.
I don't know if he can challenge directly for the red, but maybe wants to do some damage. and he's gonna do neither.
Well, that's a red armor for Nitrino. That's not too bad.
Yeah, he's
keeping
picking
himself
up
in the
armor,
game.
but I like that Madball's putting pressure on him right now. I don't think Madball's gonna be too concerned with the armor pickups, as long as he can keep putting pressure, as long as he can maybe land a rail or two here and there. Should be fine. Oh, a little trap there from Madball. Doesn't quite work out, but I like the thinking. Ooh,
Dropping down on the LG, that is... But he's doing the rocket damage.
From Nitrino. This is going to be very, very close. Nitrino doing more damage to himself with the rocket in the end.
Yeah, that did not go well in the end.
Yeah.
Some very good rockets from Nitrino early on.
Fortunate spawn for him as well. He spawns in the Mega Room, able to pick up that Mega and a weapon quickly, and hopefully gonna get himself some armor. The bottom yellow is down, but he can hear that LG from Madball, and Nitrino looking for a nice little ambush there. He should be able to get the frag, but Madball's rockets.
Perfect
Madball's
rockets.
rockets.
And yeah, we're starting to see why this is Madball's pick.
Yeah, very, very solid here. As is Nitrino, actually, very far from over right now. 2 frags on this map is not much at all.
And Nitrino's just having a hard time getting a proper opening to try and shift over the control. Yeah, the early
push
game.
through here, yes he is, and he actually lands a rail. Looking for the second one, very nice from Nitrino. Such a hard shot to get. Oh, direct rocket to LG combo. Yeah, even Nitrino's like, what the hell, buddy? Nitrino comes into the room, sees Madball, and he's like, nope, Control Z.
Madball might be going down.
16 health.
There we go.
Yeah, what a drop there from Madball. I mean, from Nitrino, sorry, just perfect rockets. Madball this time getting the fortunate Mega Spawn.
That's happened quite a few
He's got
times.
a rocket as well. Can he make it count? Nice damage.
That 50 bubble though helps Nitrino immense amount, and he's gonna be able to get this yellow and be pretty much ready for the red armor whenever it spawns. Ooh. Oh, nice LG once again by Nitrino.
Madball's in a tough spot here. Yeah, he's gonna go down.
Just one frag behind.
Yeah, there we go. Nitrino's not going to miss that, and very nice little comeback from Nitrino this time, turning things around in what looked like a little moment of dominance from Madball. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is how these guys play. It just goes back and forth. No one can really establish themselves for very long before the other guy, you know, does something crazy and just flips the control again. Last 2 minutes of the game, Madball on 100, 100, Nitrino on 150, 200. So he's got a stack advantage right now, and he's actually kind of creeping up on Madball. Madball is on the other side of that LG. There we go.
Oh, missing
easy
the first
shot
rail.
from Madball. Yeah, he should have hit that. Nitrino had his back turn, and Madball.
This is a good attack for Nitrino, and he's got the initial stack advantage.
Oh,
And one good rocket, 2 good rockets.
Madball dealing those rockets. Wow. Yeah, Nitrino got a little bit too greedy there, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
don't know
it
why
started
he was
out
trying
so
to push through
good.
the choke point.
He was so confident he's gonna get it after that LG damage, and it did not pay off.
I think Nitrino was just hoping for another rocket. Maybe he thought Madball was lower than he actually was, but...
Yeah, probably.
Oh, look at Madball. He knows he can stick around here, try and deal a little bit more damage. Even if he takes a rail, he's got that 50 health bubble right next to him.
And Madball getting that red armor. Is he gonna push through this choke point?
Yeah, this time Nitrino using the rockets well at the choke point. That Mega is up and looking very nice. Nice little rocket jump from Nitrino. Barely any damage, but he does drop onto a rail. Ooh.
Madball on 8 health
damage
getting his
combos
50
from
bubble.
Nitrino though. Yeah, Madball just can't stick around, and Nitrino surely he's gonna push in here, looking for a rail.
Man, that miss was not
Yeah,
good
that was
for
crucial.
Nitrino.
30 seconds left. Can Nitrino rush Madball right now? Madball's got a little bit of a stack. 7350. He's gonna look for those defensive rail. Misses the first shot. Nitrino looks for a drive-by. Madball again missing. That could cost him here. And indeed it is. Nitrino able to tie things up. Looking for the spawn. He actually finds Madball back in the Mega Room. Madball needs to hold up for 15 seconds. And that red arm is going to be a godsend for him. That might just force an overtime.
Let's see.
Yep, looks like it is going to be the overtime.
Yeah, Nitrino's not going to be able to find Madball during this time.
Overtime.
And Nitrino is in a pretty good spot. Madball shouldn't be doing too bad right off the start of the overtime either. And Nitrino getting that red armor. Okay, this is very good for Nitrino. He's going to be able to get himself over to 200, 200. And now let's see what Madball is going to be able to do.
Madball's on 100, 160, and it should be enough for him to fight. Oh, nice little double back there from Nitrino. Knew that Madball was in center map. Looks for the rail shot, misses. And he's just going to drop onto that LG. Oh my, so much damage from Madball.
That is crazy.
Nitrino really gave away a lot there.
Yeah, and he's in a really bad spot, but
if
he's
that
landing those
drop was worth
clutch
it.
rails. Madball in the end, though, getting the
I
frag.
really don't know if that drop was worth it. You don't just
It
drop
totally
onto
wasn't.
Madball's LG. Yeah.
It was such a weird move.
I mean, you know, even if you are going to do that, you need to make sure that your shots are at least perfect dropping down. But Nitrino is again, he's just going to back
What?
to Madball.
What?
Tie it up again.
That was nuts. And Nitrino again, it fell back to 100.
Yeah. And, yeah, it did not take Nitrino to, not take him long, rather, to tie things up again. That yellow is down on the spot. Madball's got the railgun, so he's looking to use that to his advantage right now. He's got the higher ground, does land one rail. Doesn't want to let Nitrino get out of here for free. He's going to drop in with the rocket, and a perfectly placed rocket there. Even finds 100 damage off the spawn.
That spawn rocket, that could be the GG.
That could be the GG, yeah. Instant 100 damage for Madball and the rail. Another rail's going to get the frag, and that's going to be the
Rip.
GG.
Yep. Madball taking his second point in this best of 5.
Yeah, it was just perfect damage for Madball at the end.
It was. It was.
Yeah, I think Nitrino just gave it away with that drop. I think he was hoping for too much there. Dropping, you know, maybe if he'd hit a perfect rocket or two, but unfortunately didn't miss anything.
It's
and Madball
just it wasn't the
completely killed
only
his stack.
time that Nitrino just kind of pushes in.
Yeah, exactly.
Too
He
confident.
didn't need to do that. You know, he did that previously to tie things up. He dropped on Madball and it worked out for him. But this time Madball had stack. He had the LG, and you can't do that all the time and just expect to, you know, land perfect rockets. And unfortunately, Nitrino paid the price. And then Madball, I like the rush off the from the top in the LG room there. Perfect rocket to get himself a frag, and then obviously the 100 damage off this point, and that was it.
All right. Apparently Madball's gonna take 1 minute before getting ready, and this is Nitrino's pick. Not sure.
Yeah,
if
this is
it's,
Nitrino's pick. Looks like both players have won their map picks so far.
Yeah, and
So, Nitrino.
last time we saw Nitrino here on Battleforged, do you remember how good he was playing?
Yeah,
I think he was playing pretty damn
Nitrino's
amazing.
really solid. Very solid map.
Some of the best Battleforge I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's very good reason he picked Silence in Battleforge today. We saw some crazy stuff from Nitrino. And equally so for Madball. You see why he's picked his maps. T7 was very close though. I mean,
The first queue was
solid
also
there.
quite even. It's only been the Silence that was more one-sided.
But, you know, as it stands, it is match point for Madball. So Nitrino has to tie this up. He has to win this map pick if he wants to force a tiebreaker map, which is going to be Sinister, I believe, as our tiebreaker.
I really do want to see that. So I'm going to wish the best of luck for Nitrino here on Battleforge, just so we can get the tiebreaker. Those players are just so good on that map. Oh man, yeah, Saturdays to TV. FNX is not too much on cam because of mostly logistical reasons.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sometimes
I
they
got a
have these good
haircut. I
days.
thought I'd, you know, don some boners in chat or something. I don't know. It's alright, guys.
Yeah, now you know
Calm
what
down.
the voice looks like, which is always nice.
She pulled as the bald-faced one.
Yeah, that is correct. Right, it looks like Madball seems to be back. I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, he's moving his mouse.
That's good. Signs of life. And Nitrino is ready. That's what I like to see.
Where is my dog?
Yeah,
He's
where's your
around
dog?
somewhere. He usually sleeps right behind me here, but I don't know where he is. Probably outside in the garden somewhere.
Alright.
Thanks, Pass.
Look at that. We are getting started here on Battleforge. 4th map and already match point for Madball. This is Nitrino's pick, so it's gonna be his chance to get back in the game. Going for that early rail on the Mega. I really love the move. Unfortunate for him, not able to land the shot, but he should be able to get himself on that red. This very well done in the start by Nitrino. If only he was able to land the first rail.
Huge delay on the red there. Madball did see him up there, so maybe he's got a little bit of an idea, but it is going to be a clash of the items. No pun intended. It sounded kind of like Clash of the Titans. But anyway, Nitrino keeping up here with the rail damage. Looking for a second shot.
Man.
Wow, that was super clutch.
I did not see the frag coming in that position. And
I was not
Madball,
expecting him to hit that.
he's taking the best out of that spawn, getting the red armor, not taking any damage.
Yeah, so far so good from Nitrino. Really nice start from him here. And he's got a beast of a stack right now. He sees Madball over at the red. Madball needs to be very careful if he wants to challenge here. Maybe a little peak rail or something. Nope. He's actually hasn't
Close
taken
rockets.
any damage yet. This is really nice from Madball.
Oh. Okay, yeah,
there
that
we go.
last trail. That totally
Double
made it
back.
worth it for
Yeah, and
Nitrino.
this is going to be a very close LG battle. Nitrino
What?
with the flyby, but
How did Madball not
hits
die
the
to the
air
rocket?
rocket.
8 health remaining. Oh, sure that was going to be a frag. It's the 25 at that position that just saved Madball.
Yeah. Picked up that 25 and then the air rocket. Awesome stuff. Awesome,
yeah.
awesome stuff. And Madball should be able to get this red cleanly. Yes, he does. He knows Nitrino's picked up a rail right now, so he doesn't want to give too many angles away.
Madball
And again,
finally
it's going to be
getting
a
back on.
clash of the items.
Let's see,
What
Madball.
happens here?
Very good
So far,
defensive
both
rockets
players
by
looking to fight
Nitrino
over the
there.
Yellow. Yeah.
I mean, just delaying Madball on the yellow could buy Nitrino a major item,
Ooh,
but
this
he's
could
in a
be
bad
for
spot.
Nitrino.
That actually,
Oh, yeah, this is
it's not
very
too bad.
for
Madball is low.
Madball finds the rail here.
Very
He's
close
just gonna
five
drop,
there.
Take the safe route out, but he does find the rail actually. Nitrino.
Impressive.
Yeah, I think Nitrino went double back from the top there, looking to do some damage on Madball, but he read that very, very well.
Let's see, it's gonna be Nitrino taking the red armor once again. And that one rocket was so
Yeah.
good from him. Madball losing
Very
pretty
nice.
much all of his stack, and there's no major items up.
Look at that.
Beautiful. Nitrino knew that this is the time to attack. He's not gonna be able to recover, and that was not a good.
And again,
defense
Madball's
position.
pushing in with the algae here. He didn't have
One
any
health.
stack to push into.
1 health
Nitrino
remaining
there.
on Nitrino though.
Yeah. Actually,
Such a close call.
maybe it was well calculated. 1 health. Yeah.
Well, not well enough.
Nitrino's just missed out on red armor right now. Sees Madball over there, and he's got the rail. Doesn't find any angles though. Nice from Madball. Not giving away too much. I think he wants to keep this as close as possible. He knows Nitrino's solid here. He knows, you know, any mistake he can capitalize
Oh,
on
that-
and
that-
get himself a win.
That pro bracket. That was just so good.
Yeah.
Nitrino, is he letting Madball get the mega? Just
Looks
like
like
that.
he did.
That is
I
a
guess he
weird
wanted to
move
trade
from him.
for a red armor. And not a trade that's kind of gone in his favor. Madball's going to have some greens to play with here. If he gets this yellow, he's going to push himself to 200.
Nitrino is already waiting there on that yellow. So he's making sure that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And he's trying
I
to deal
guess,
as much damage as possible, which was 15 points in this fight.
Yeah, not very much there.
Oh man,
Nice.
Funny
Madball's
Bee.
going to keep spamming here, surely.
Funny Bee subscribed 3 months in a row.
Ooh, nice, funny. Welcome back.
Our good friend.
Dead list.
Yeah, keep bringing the money in.
Wow, Nitrino
Madball
this
dropping
time
down.
looking for that same rocket that killed him previously. That air rocket there, but unfortunately missing, and also missing out on the mega health. And this time Madball with the slight advantage. And there's going to be a fight over the raid here. Nitrino's got it behind him, but the rocket's from Madball. Very
What?
nicely done.
That looked like it was gonna Nitrino's fight for sure.
Yeah.
Madball just turning things around with an excellent.
Yeah, just
rocket.
perfect rockets. And oh, Nitrino's in a bit of a spot here. He's sticking around, throwing those rockets towards Madball's face, but nothing landing. And Madball got a ton of damage off with that algae. Actually, he's not looking too healthy right now. Both players very weak. Is that 50 health bubble up though? Looks
Mega
like
health is
Nitrino's
up.
got the mega, even better.
He's still hasn't taken it. He's just spamming that area. He wants to make sure that
Yeah.
he tried to lock
He also
Madball
knows
down
Madball's
first.
low right now. Very low, in fact. Madball doesn't have any health.
5-minute
Oh, the missed rail at this point is just the last thing you want.
That would have been a huge rail if Nitrino had landed that. And Madball early here for this red. He is able to pick it up. And he's able to avoid...
That return damage
Too
with the
much
LG
damage.
was pretty good for Madball.
Yeah.
Kind of just pushing Nitrino off, because if he wasn't able to do that, Nitrino would just kept pushing. going
Madball's
for the
very
frag.
cautious right now. He doesn't have much health to play with at all. He's able to find the 25. Some little health bubbles on that 50 over there is going to look very juicy for him. Nitrino going through the teleporter just before landing a rail or two. And that's going to be a 2-for-1 rail trade for Madball. But Nitrino with the rockets, Madball with the rails. Both players very low right now.
Madball sneaking in. He might be able to get the drop by just being so sneaky. Oh man, if only he would have switched the rail.
That rocket was extremely close. Nitrino peeked out, you know, just at the last second. Nice little rocket spam there though. And Nitrino could get himself the frag here. Madball again, nice little defensive shot there.
Yeah, just keeping himself alive with those good rockets. And keeps landing those cheeky rails. How is he still alive? Getting the 50 bubble, finally getting himself to close to 100 health.
Yeah, Madball hasn't been above 100 health for a long time right now. But he's doing so much damage, he can actually push in here. One good rail.
Are you kidding? Exactly balls of steel. That is balls of steel. Madball.
That is very... He had to hit that. If Nitrino hit, he would have gotten the frag. Madball hit, he would have gotten the frag. 50-50 fight there, and it did go in Madball's favor right now. And Nitrino's got himself a rail again, looking for those long distance angles. And luckily for him, Mega has spawned. No challenge from Madball though. Is he going to challenge on the red?
Madball, he's not going to be there in time.
Yeah.
He's just going to be happy with a 1 frag lead and keep playing a bit more defensive game.
Slowing down a little bit. There's still a lot of time left here with only a 1 frag lead. Not the time to be slowing down right now. And Nitrino's just going to push in here. Madball with a defensive LG is able to pick up that yellow. Ooh, again, another really close fight. And again, items are going to be spawning at the same time. Nitrino already sitting on the Mega. Madball a little bit too late with the damage. He's got that red behind him. I don't know if he can push through right now.
Yeah, Madball is just going to stay passive once again.
Should be Nitrino's red. Ooh, Nitrino finds him up there. Again, another good rail trade, but Nitrino's got the red armor behind him.
Madball is just looking at the 50 bubble. He really wants it. And he was so cautious with it. He was expecting Nitrino to peek anytime.
Oh!
And we do have a tied game.
What?
Finally.
Nitrino made that look so easy.
I mean, it was looking so hard for the past 2 minutes or so when he tried to get the frag. And now Nitrino taking the lead. 2 minutes left in the game. And he's left the red up. This is not a good thing. And I think he just realized leaving the yellow up as well.
Realize.
No, wait, he just wanted rail ammo. Fair enough.
So still just the 1 frag difference, of course, in favor of Nitrino this time. Madball's going to pick himself up. That crucial railgun
actually rockets.
A nice little bit of rocket damage, but Nitrino with the defensive rocket there stops Madball from pushing in. Surely he was going to go for the frag there, and Nitrino lives yet again. 1.5 minutes left here. Still, this is nail biting right now. Nitrino, remember,
he was on the red immediately.
Nitrino has to win this, so, you know, it's going to be a tough final minute for him right now. Madball's really looking to put as much pressure on him as possible.
Oh, correct rate from Nitrino.
Ooh, this is a sloppy fight from Madball, but he's going to push in anyway. Force Nitrino out of the room.
Yeah, I don't think Nitrino minds too much. He dealt a little bit of damage there, just to make sure he's not...
1 minute left. Madball's setting up for this Mega. He's going to be able to push himself to 200, and surely he's going to go all out right now. He's got no other option. Nitrino misses the rails, so that means Madball's going to be able to maintain that 200 stack, and Madball's going to keep doing the damage right now. That's 2 rails, and Nitrino's in trouble.
He really wants to land these rails. He wants to make sure he can keep Madball down somehow. Getting that red is a godsend right now for Nitrino. And he's just going to keep playing defensive. 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 30
That's
seconds.
how long he has to hold out.
Can Madball find him? Yeah, he does find Nitrino. Nice defensive rocket from Nitrino. Madball looking for that LG around the corner, but Nitrino's
he's just picking up those 25s as well all the time. Keeping himself on 100. Keeps landing those rails.
Rail as well.
Beautiful
that
job.
Might have just secured it for Nitrino, but Madball's still pushing in here. He's got no choice. He's got the 50 health bubble. Nitrino with the rail. I think that just won him the game.
That is just some amazing defensive play from Nitrino.
Yeah.
That's a GG.
Very nicely done.
We do have a 2-2 now, and we are getting ourselves on the tiebreaker map, which is going to be Sinister.
I'm glad the series went as predicted and is as close as it was. Really nice games from both
Beautiful
players.
stuff. That was just too tense, I gotta say.
Yeah. You could see Nitrino was just like praying that his rockets would land at the end.
I mean, that's what Madball was
spamming
doing
his way.
a lot as
Yeah.
well earlier on in the game. Just playing super cheeky defensive game, making it as hard as possible to try and attack. Like, you feel like you start doing the damage, but then suddenly you take a rocket to the face or something, or you don't get any angles anymore, and you keep taking rails. And that's the kind of play that Madball was doing earlier on. It seemed like on Battleforge it is quite easy to pull off. And yes, we are going to Sinister.
Yeah, 400 mil plus back like a boss indeed. And this is going to be the last game. This is, I think, a fitting ending. Both these guys
this is
very, very solid on this map. I don't
Like,
even know.
I
who
was
to
saying
save
this
again.
yesterday, like, this is the map I want to see between these two guys.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it's the tiebreaker, and I'm glad we got to go to the tiebreaker.
Absolutely.
And yeah, guys, for those who just tuned in, we are getting Cypher Kilson right after this game. And that is going to be
yes.
some awesome stuff.
Oh, yes. I mean, the quality of these quarterfinals has been nothing short of spectacular.
Yeah,
From yesterday.
only kind of blow up we had was Agents versus Claws, but those are still all too good. All
There
three
were still
good
pretty
maps.
close games, actually, but yeah, Claws was beasting it up there.
It's gonna be interesting to see how Claws will do in the semifinals then tomorrow.
Yeah. He's got Evil to go up against, that is.
That is never easy.
And very shortly we are going to see who our third semi-finalist is. It's going to be one of these two guys.
Both players taking their sweet time to kind of warm up here. And
Alright, here we go.
just as I say, they do get ready. We are getting started. Tiebreaker map. And let's get into it. We are on Nitrino's point of view, who does spawn on the shotgun, able to go for the red armor first. And
Is he going to guess the correct yellow? Yes, he does. So that's going to be
yeah, he heard those
150
shards.
armor.
That should have been a pretty
Oh, look at
clear
that.
tell.
Madball sticking around to land the railgun, and that's going to shift things into his favor. He knew he didn't get the red, so at least he wanted to deal the first damage. And it's going to allow him to put, hopefully, a decent challenge on this red. Madball is actually going to go through the top right now. Nitrino's right there. Nice little rocket spam from Nitrino, guessing the position well, but Madball with the rail.
Two
Looking for
rails.
The second rail, a third rail will get him the frag, but
Not this
gets
time.
away.
And Nitrino on the Mega Data. All turned out to be surprisingly good for Nitrino after taking a lot of rails.
Yeah, and that last rail just evened things out there. So both players fairly equal stacks. Next fight is going to be here over the red. Again, Nitrino dealing those rails, and he's going to get the first frag.
Even going
Nicely
for the
done.
corpse rail. He's really feeling it right now.
He hasn't picked up the red, actually. There we go.
He's
finally.
putting a small delay. It's all okay. And he
Deliberate.
hasn't used the LG yet, which is quite interesting. Rails
Yeah.
have been serving him pretty well.
I wonder if Nitrino will show us any new spots today. Seems like every time I see him on Sinister, I learn something new. But Nitrino's rockets, oh my god, so much damage. Surely Madball's going to go down here. And yes, he does.
You can see Nitro's kind of
Madball.
struggling to get the LG like there because of those small ledges, which is kind of interesting.
But those rockets just completely bounced Madball around everywhere. He couldn't do much. And yeah, quick 2-0 from Nitrino. Madball's going to look to kind of stabilize himself right now. He's very much out of control. Nitrino just saw him jump for the LG right there. And Mega and Red are going to be up at the same time. Nitrino's going to want to get both these items. Nice rail there.
Oh, two rails. How the hell did he land the second one? Now he's going for the frag.
wow.
He's got plenty of health and armor
That
to work
was
with.
just perfect play from Nitrino.
Just landing those rails, that enables you so much.
Exactly. I mean, he probably knew he wasn't going to get the red, but he sure as hell was going to do damage, and that's exactly what he did. Madball again early here for this
This
red
is
army.
not
He
good for
doesn't have
Madball.
items.
But the damage was good. That is positive. But that's not helping you if you get spawn fragged right afterwards. Interesting move from Madball. And it's gonna be a frag in the Mega
Not quite
for
working out.
Nitrino.
Madball's really leaking a lot of frags right now. You can see he's desperately trying to invest in coming back here, but it's not quite working out for him. There we go again. He took 100 damage. He's able to steal this red, but surely he's going to go die now. He doesn't have any weapons. That's
Yeah.
gonna be a 7th frag from Nitrino.
What
Nitrino
with the
actually finds
spawns?
the spawn.
These are the
2
worst
quick
spawns
rails.
ever for Madball. That is so unfortunate
Yeah,
here.
kind of unlucky for Madball, but Nitrino's actually left quite low right now. 46-46 on him. And maybe Madball, if he can get himself a weapon, deal some damage. No, Nitrino's long distance rockets. And his rail. That was, I don't know, opportunity missed there for Madball. Nitrino was very low. And it's 9-0 right now. A tiebreaker game, and Madball really hasn't done much this game. It's been all about Nitrino here in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, he's showing us he's the dominant player here, but he still has to keep his game together for 6 more minutes, which is quite a lot of time. And if Nitrino doesn't know how to shift the gears down when he loses control, then we might see Madball doing a very fast comeback. We've seen that happen on other maps.
Exactly. Madball's certainly capable of doing a fast comeback here, so Nitrino still can't afford any mistakes, but as long as he keeps this control up, he should be fine. 200 again for Nitrino. Finds Madball there. Nice little rail from Madball. And Nitrino's just going to push in here with the LG.
Kind of sloppy LG about it. Well, at least still on the rail. That's
Yeah,
positive.
look at that combo from Nitrino. Very quick switch.
Almost like CPM or something.
Yeah. And looks like Madball has an opportunity to get himself a Mega here.
Let's see, he's not gonna be able to
Actually,
get it.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get it.
he
He does
totally
land a
missed
rail,
out
but
on
still,
it.
that's just going to push things back into Nitrino's favor again. And yeah, Madball's still in a lot of trouble. Almost halfway through the game, Nitrino screws up that jump.
He might
there,
be
and
going
actually,
down. There we go.
That's going to cost him. I don't know
Now
what Nitrino was
Madball,
trying to
get
do there.
converting.
Rocket jump up to the middle platform or something. That was very awkward.
Madball just trying to get an idea where Nitrino is, and I think that rocket gave him a pretty good idea.
I think that, yeah.
Mega health is
Mega's
up.
up.
Madball going for the red
No,
instead.
he's not going to go for it. Instead,
And
takes a rail.
Nitrino just saw that, and he's
Oh my
like,
God, and he's
oh,
gonna
happy
miss out
days.
on this Mega health.
Is he getting it?
Bad for Madball.
I'm looking at the
Really
timer,
bad.
he hasn't picked it up.
Yeah, he hasn't picked it up. Nitrino's actually there, still hasn't picked up the Mega. This could cost him.
What are you doing, Nitrino? Are you kidding me? That is... Is he trying to
Was he
throw
trying
the
to set
game
a
or
trap
something?
on it, or- yeah, I don't know what he was doing. That Mega was up for a huge amount of time.
He was
Might be
expecting
another
him to
frag
come
here
through
from
the
Madball. Nitrino
teleporter.
looked to rocket jump away. That actually dealt a lot of damage to himself and ended up being an easy frag for Madball. And that's 3 very quick frags from Madball. He's on a comeback here. His stack's looking good. Nice roll from Nitrino though. It's going to slow things down a little bit. He's going to want to string these rails together though. He doesn't want to let Madball gain too much momentum here. Madball is going to be able to pick up this Mega. He's actually got enough time to get the yellow and the red right now. Madball could be getting himself a huge stack. There we go. That rail just secured him the red. And Madball is on 200. Nitrino 35-25. So this should be a frag for Madball.
He's taking a lot of
Nitrino
damage.
wants to land
Nitrino's
as
doing
much
good
damage as
rockets.
possible, and yeah, that's
Just having those kind of fights really make sure for Nitrino that Madball can't just keep rolling like a steamroller or something.
Look at that. Ooh, Nitrino drops down again, and his rocket's actually good.
Yep,
That was
look at that. Look at that.
surprisingly good fight for Nitrino. Oh, Madball misses that rail. He takes a rocket. He wants to land this rail. Nitrino switching to MG. And yeah, very nice play from Nitrino. The defensive play there was outstanding. And that's going to buy him, I don't know, at least another minute or 2 in this game.
Yeah, Madball getting his yellow armor. 50-50 is not quite the stack you want to attack with. And he's still 6 frags behind, so he needs to...
I think if, yeah,
Okay.
I was just going to say, if Madball goes down here, that may very well be the GG. Still 3
Well,
minutes, but...
There's still time
Oh, look at that.
for more
I don't know, it's
conversions.
just becoming increasingly difficult for Madball right now. He had his moment there, but... Yeah, he couldn't give away any frags during that comeback. It's back to an 8 frag lead right now. Out of control. It's very difficult. 9 frag lead.
After those kind of rails, you kind of expect the GG call already, but Madball still staying in it, which is good
Yeah.
to see.
Nitrino's so balcon this game.
Yeah, it's the Balcon, guys.
Okay, here we go. 2 minutes, 10 seconds in this game. Madball just got himself a frag. Can he string together 9 frags? No, 8 frags, sorry, in 2 minutes? Yeah, possible.
Yeah, Mad.
Difficult, but possible.
He's just wasting time waiting for his item.
That's exactly what he needs. These rails. Oh, wow. Cheeky little double back there from Nitrino. Actually, a triple back. And I don't know what's happening here. Is someone going to get
Teleporters.
fragged?
This
Playing
is
the teleporter game. No one.
that's the Sinister
No one
special.
getting telefragged there. Surprisingly.
Usually you just see people use it with
I
rockets.
think Nitrino's just going to want to delay Madball as much as possible right now. 1.5 minutes left. Madball not even staying around for the raid. He knows he's just going to get frags. And he's going to get them quick. 1 minute, 15 seconds. Come
One
on,
more
Madball.
aggressive push from Madball.
Yeah, he has to go and all in aggressive.
But he's
Nitrino
taking
with the
2,
defensive
3
rockets, that's 3 in
direct.
a row, and
Are you
that's-
kidding me?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the GG. If Nitrino gets the frag here, there we go.
Oh, that
GG.
pummel. Reminds me
Yeah,
of my...
Madball knows.
Oh, man.
And it is
GG.
going to be Nitrino, our 3rd semi-finalist. Well played to him. What a 6 series.